You think you're in control, you think your thoughts are yours, that your decisions are logical, that your behavior reflects who you truly are. But if that were true, you wouldn't feel out of control sometimes. There are moments where something feels off. You react too fast. You say things you didn't plan. You repeat patterns you promised to break. And afterward, you question yourself. Why did I do that? From my perspective, that question reveals something deeper. There is a gap between who you think you are and what actually drives your actions, and most people never notice it, because they assume they're in control. There's a hidden part of you. There is a part of your mind you don't fully see, not because it doesn't exist, but because it doesn't fit your identity. You've built a version of yourself over time. Stable, predictable, acceptable, but incomplete. There are thoughts you ignore, emotions you suppress, impulses you reject, and instead of understanding them, you push them away. But ignored doesn't mean gone. It means hidden. It controls your reactions. Control doesn't feel like control, it feels like you. That's what makes it dangerous. Your reactions feel natural, but many are automatic, triggered patterns, conditioned responses. You feel anger before understanding. You avoid without knowing why. You sabotage and call it coincidence, but it's not, it's pattern. Why you don't see it? Because it doesn't match who you think you are. It challenges your identity, so your mind does something simple. It hides it. You avoid it. You ignore it. You rationalize it. And in doing that, you give it more control. The real cost. You repeat the same mistakes. You feel stuck in patterns. You lose clarity. And slowly, you stop trusting yourself. That's the real cost, not chaos, confusion. The shift. Carl Jung described this idea clearly. What you don't face decontrols you. The moment you start observing your mind, something changes. You stop reacting automatically. You start choosing, and that's where control begins. You were never taught this. There is a reason you don't fully understand your own mind, and it's not because you're incapable. It's because you were never taught how to see it. From the beginning, you learned how to behave, not how to observe yourself. You were taught what is right and what is wrong, what is acceptable and what is not, how to act, how to respond, how to fit in. But no one taught you how to understand your own thoughts. No one explained why certain emotions appear out of nowhere, why some patterns repeat no matter how hard you try to change them, or why sometimes you feel like you're not fully in control of yourself. So you did what everyone does. You adapted. You learned to focus on the surface, on what can be seen, on what makes sense in the moment, and everything else you ignored, not because you wanted to, but because you didn't have the tools to do anything else. From my perspective, this is where most people stay stuck. They spend their entire lives trying to fix their behavior, without ever understanding what drives it. They try to control their actions, without understanding the mind behind them, and that creates frustration. Because no matter how much effort you put in, something always pulls you back. The same reactions, the same patterns, the same internal conflicts, and it starts to feel like something is wrong with you. But nothing is wrong. You're just operating without awareness. The moment you start observing instead of reacting, something shifts. You begin to notice patterns you never saw before. You start understanding your reactions instead of fighting them. And slowly, you stop being controlled by what you don't see. Not because your mind changed, but because you finally did.